What's going on, guys? I feel like it's been probably a little minute now since I've done one of these. And this is my hamstring day. Hamstring and glute, I guess. Because they both kind of get worked a little bit at the same time. So yeah, hamstring, glutes. Past few weeks, these have actually been feeling, and not just this movement, but like my hamstring day in general has been feeling really good, where I've been, I don't know, just getting like really good workouts in, really solid workouts, and my hamstrings have been sore, for a couple of days or a few days after the workout. So that's been good. And I know, like they say, not to use soreness as like an indication of a good workout, but I don't know, there's just I do like feeling sore for a couple days after my workouts, because it almost makes you feel like at least for me, it makes me feel like I did something. So yeah, these have been good. I did last time I made a video on my hamstring day. I don't remember if I had changed some things up or not. Some things are, well, still the same movement, just a slightly different variation that I've been liking a lot more than how I used to do that. So I'll save that for towards the end and kind of talk you through what I'm doing differently. And these are going to be 3 sets total. Looking for, 8 to 12 reps at my working weight. 255, another 12. Which I could maybe go up a little bit more, considering both the first rep or first set and the second set both hit 12 reps. So I might throw like a little 5-pound weight on there just to bring up the weight a little bit without going up too much. See what that gets me. And then, 3 sets of this. 8 to 12. Go one more set. Then we'll be getting into some RDLs with the Smith machine. Alright, so last week on these, I ended up doing 2 sets, mostly just because of my hamstrings were so fatigued. Went to go into the third set and maybe got a couple of reps before I realized I wasn't going to be able to, see that set all the way through. So cut it at 2. This is getting ready to be the second set here. So I think I'll probably be able to gauge fairly quickly, or at least by the end of this set, on whether or not I'll be able to do a third set or not. Damn. Not as many reps as I got in the first set, but still went pretty good on that one. As long as I'm between 8 and 10 reps on these, then it's really where I want to be. Say I'll rest up probably a couple minutes, and then get into that third set. All right, so this is the switch up that I was talking about. Same movement, slightly different variation. So I'm still doing split squats, but instead of dumbbells, I switch over to doing it on the Smith machine. To me, makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more stable. I'm able to really focus on, because I'm not having to engage my core as much to try and stabilize me standing straight up. I can focus more on targeting, the quads, the hamstrings, glutes, whatever. And then it also allows me to load more weight on here too. I would also say there's a little bit of a difference in comfort having the bar or the weight, like shoulder height, instead of having the dumbbells sitting low, next to your, we'll just say your waist or your hips. So all that, from what I've found doing these the past couple weeks, does make a pretty noticeable difference. Put that right there. just like that. Pretty decent set. Lightweight, so I'll probably be bumping the weight up a little bit more, since I think this is like maybe only the third week that I've been doing these, and trying to increase the weight a little bit as I go, though I am only doing 2 sets of these still. So finishing off with some hips, a little bit of glutes, since this machine kind of hits them both at the same time. I do like this machine. It is very different, very effective. Actually, last week or maybe a couple weeks ago, I went to switch over to using the standard hip machine for these, and I did not like how it felt. Maybe like a couple of reps, and I was like, no, I gotta go back to the one that I usually use, because I do like this one that much more since I've been using it. Good. These, doing 3 sets. Ideally, 10 to 12 reps. But I'll say, because I have noticed before, actually last week, I did take it up to 15, took it up to 15 reps. So then I ended up increasing the weight by about 10 pounds to bring me back down into that, 10 to 12 rep zone. All right, guys, this is going to be the last set of the workout. I did go ahead, bump up the weight on the second set. Just bumped it up again, another 10 pounds for this final set, which, after my first set, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, forgot last week I had to kind of do things in a backwards order, where I went from seated curls to this straight away because the Smith machine was taken. So I was a bit fresher, was able to load more weight on this, or so I thought. Like I said, load up weight on the second set, and it was the same weight that I did last week. And surprisingly, for it being at the end, didn't feel any worse or didn't feel any more fatigued, and I was able to still crank out the amount of reps that I was looking for. Make sure I get buckled in. I know these seatbelt things are funny, and there's a couple machines in here that have them, and I was like, there's no way in hell I'm using them, but they do make a difference. Was not expecting that to be as heavy as that was. These hip movements, they load so different compared to any other leg-based movement. So like even the littlest bit of weight feels like it's, that much more. What is today? Yeah, so workout is complete. That's all logged in my app. Put these weights away, wipe down the machine, go hit my 30 minutes of cardio. If you guys made it to the end, it's gonna be a wrap on this one. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.